We are not live on YouTube, though.
But we're here with everybody else.
Yeah, Amanda's here. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
No, it's not working on YouTube. Uh-oh. Oh, now it's working on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
All right. All right. We are good to go.
Awesome. Hi, everybody.
Oh, this is Bailey. Amanda, hi.
So I'm doing the background with this messy inker from Mid-Century Brush Pack because High Road has been using it, and I thought it looked really good. And I hadn't really tried it before. I've always really stuck to the one I know and love, but I'm really liking it so far, at least.
It looks good.
Thanks.
I'm doing good, Amanda. How are you doing tonight? Robin, unfortunately, cannot see the chat, so I'm the proxy for tonight.
Nope. Thought I'd see if I could fill with this thing. I guess it's just too messy for that. Not even with double lining, huh? Why is that?
I've noticed that some of the brushes, the opacity is a little bit different.
So I just gotta color this thing like a coloring book down here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Makes it feel more analog.
Yeah. All right, we got people joining on Crowdcast and YouTube. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work for a background brush at least. I might do polystyrene in my typical brush because it's nice and got nice and firm lines. But we'll see.
So for those of you who are just joining us, Robin unfortunately cannot see the chat, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask them and I will read them aloud. This is the second stream away from Instagram. We tried it out for the first time last week, and now we're streaming with Crowdcast and YouTube at the same time. So Jeff is asking, are these the mid-century brushes? And I think the answer is no.
Yes.
Oh, it is from the mid-century pack.
Yeah, this is a messy inker from mid-century.
See, I have my favorites too.
Yeah, I hella have my favorites, but yeah, watching what Hyro Design could do with it made me want to give it a shot. And I'm really liking it, actually.
You said this was the messy inker?
Yeah.
Ryan is asking, is the paper texture layer just underneath everything, or are you using a special masking trick?
Right now it is beneath everything. I will be putting this underneath the paper texture though, so that it can interact with that. But I haven't done that yet because I have all my sketches up here on multiply, and I want to go over my sketch, not under it. Then I'm doing that. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I have nothing next to me. I was not prepared in the drink category. Sorry, my music stopped too. So I've got to figure out what's going on with that.
I am making a poll for people to answer.
Huh?
I said I'm making a poll for people to answer in the meantime.
Oh, nice. What's the poll?
What's your favorite genre of music?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, except I put a typo. Let's fix that. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we don't have any polls, but you can type your favorite genre of music in the chat. Suzanne says that she is watching while you're cooking. What are you cooking, Suzanne?
This is like Suzanne and Dustin's time to cook food, isn't it?
Dustin's the same time as me, but Suzanne, it's way later.
That's food time there, isn't it? Almost?
I already ate. I made myself some vegan scallops.
Oh, nice. What brand?
I made them myself with oyster mushrooms.
What? Okay, now you've got to send me that recipe.
I will. It was really easy. Jeff, I kind of expected rock to be included with punk, so you can answer.
We found out today that Bailey's favorite type of music is ska.
Robin is continuing the workplace harassment with their slander. Audrey is asking if we're listening to the Monks.
We sure are.
Love the Monks.
Yeah, what a bunch of freaks. I love that people were just being absolute freaks before they had other people look at and be like, oh, I'm going to be like that. Like, they were just naturally weird.
Yeah, proto-punk was a wild time.
Yeah, seriously.
One of our YouTube viewers likes your glove.
Likes my what? Oh, my glove.
Yeah. Maybe you could explain what you're using it for.
I'm still having problems with my iPad shooting lines all over the screen while I'm drawing. I think it's because of me sweating onto my iPad, or maybe it heating up and my hand heating up because of it, and it's like thinking that my hand is in multiple places at the same time. So I'm trying to prevent that and stick a barrier. It doesn't always help, though.
Anyone in the chats have issues with that before or knows what might be causing it?
I feel like I've heard of a lot of people having that in the past few months. But John just replaced his Apple Pencil, and I think it helps. But for me, I replaced it, and I can't tell if it helped. What are the choices of music that people are picking from? Are people picking?
Yeah, we got 2 votes for rock. Let me see, what else did we get? We got 1 vote for country.
Sick.
Oh, we got 1 pop vote. Just now.
These are really broad categories.
I wanted to keep them broad because, you know, especially with something like punk, you could go down that rabbit hole forever.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I wouldn't think to say pop, but I think pop might be my favorite. But it's just like 60s pop.
See, that still counts.
Yeah, I think it counts.
I did not put jazz. Somebody brought up that they like jazz, and I forgot about jazz.
Dustin loves jazz.
I love jazz too. I can't believe I forgot it.
I do that too. I'm really, really picky with jazz, I think.
Do you have any favorites? Any recommendations?
I really like hard bop stuff, and I really like cool jazz, and I like bossa nova if that counts as jazz. I don't know. Basically, any jazz that was happening in the 50s and 60s, I really enjoy. I'm not like a connoisseur or anything.
I have a somewhat contentious opinion that the 60s was the height of all art. And we've
Seriously.
kind of gone downhill since then.
I don't think it's going to be contentious amongst these people.
Probably not.
I mean, even punk, so much of the punk I like was just mirroring the 60s, so I'll count it as 60s. Sucks I can't just do fills.
Did you try the slider? Maybe pull it back a little bit?
The slider?
Yeah, you can like control the what is that called in Photoshop? The threshold.
Where do I do that?
So when you go to pull the color in, you hold it like you would do the drawing assist, but then you can slide it back and forth.
What?
Give it a try.
Really? Wait, what do I do with the other hand?
No, yeah. Oh, no.
I just dropped it.
So, yeah, hold it.
Okay.
And then you see the blue? Slide your hand to the left. There
Whoa!
You go.
I learned something on this. I'm glad we're on live because you just taught me something very important. That's crazy.
Yeah. So you can do that, like, you know how sometimes when you do the color fill and it like has that tiny little pixel of border around the whole thing?
Yeah.
You can use that to fill it in.
Oh my gosh. I only knew about that on the select tool. I had no idea it was on the color dropper.
Yeah, learn something new every day.
Yeah, we're going to have to rename our segment Robin Learns How to Use Programs with Bailey, teaching them. Yeah, let's see if I can fill this in. No, it's going to be a no-go.
Sometimes you have to like start way over to like move it.
Yeah, let's try. No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I have something missed. Right there. That's all my fault. Let's try that again. What an exciting thing to learn.
Look at that.
Except there's a halo around everything, but... that's not so bad. More manageable than just coloring it all in.
Mm-hmm.
think I'm going to be doing just a lot of lining tonight. There's a lot of lines and a lot of fills in this. Nice. Let's try lining her. Oh yeah, I started that already in my usual liner. Maybe I will just go with that. Just got to be so much more swift and careful with this one.
Does it feel a lot different?
Oh, it's so different. I love this inker.
It's good that you tried something new.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if I'm going to kick myself, though, when I get a little further in this piece. Be like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. But I don't know. It doesn't look too much messier back there.
No.
It does look messier, which is what I wanted.
I think it fits with the aesthetic.
Yeah, totally.
So for those of you who are just joining us on Crowdcast and YouTube, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. On Crowdcast, you can submit your questions to a little dialog box that we'll be able to see. But I will read them aloud and Robin will answer.
I'm a little sad Sunday Sounds is going to go away.
Might come back.
Nah.
So not that sad. This song has made me think of a joke. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
How do you know if a drummer is at your door?
Oh, shoot. I forgot. You tell it, though.
The knocks get faster.
Oh, yeah. That's so good. I've drummed in a few bands, and that is definitely the case for me.
I've elected to not include percussion in my music. It's avant-garde.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if it gets too good, it stops being punk. Do you know, what is Polly wearing in this freaking picture? It's so sick.
I was looking at the pictures that you posted in the Secret Society, and it looks like a smock of some sort.
It's plastic,
like an art
though.
smock.
Yeah. But it's got a zipper on the top. It's like a bag for something. And the best part is that's not even the first or last time. She's always wearing bags. It's so cool. Another bag. That one looks like a bowling ball. It's all sparkly. So cool.
Some sort of vinyl.
Yeah.
So every Thursday before Robin goes live, they post sketches and inspiration for the piece that they're working on in the Retro Supply Secret Society.
It's true, I do. Guilty as charged.
I'm going to post the link in the chat. We also do freebies every week. We do, every Wednesday I post references from my collection or from out in the World Wide Web. People share their art and get feedback and all sorts of things. So if you haven't joined, it's free for the first 30 days. You can take a look and check it out, see if it's for you.
This brush is way less forgiving, but that's also what I like about it. I can get way better detail because of that. So it's kind of nice on the background to be able to go slow and not worry how my brush strokes look.
Was it the Wacky Racers live stream that you were talking about not being able to draw slow?
Yeah. Yeah, which like that messy inker helped. I could go a lot slower. That was really nice.
Do you still have the streamline down low?
Oh yeah, I can't stand Streamline. Even on the messy inker though, like I basically turned it off on that. Don't like it.
I think that's a good poll. Let's see.
No, that's not right. What is going on here?
For those of you who are joining us on Crowdcast, we have a poll, but for those of you in YouTube, let us know. Do you use Streamline when you're drawing with Procreate?
Do you use Streamline?
I did a lot at first, but then I saw how much you hated it, and I decided to give it a try without it. And now I like it a lot more because I think I was using it as a crutch, to be honest.
Yeah. I could see how it would work for certain styles, and I use it when I'm doing lettering, but I don't like it for doing organic shapes.
I do use the shape assist or drawing assist a lot, though.
Oh, absolutely. That's like the best thing about this program. Like drawing these amps without line assist? No thanks. Have you ever tried using brush and ink, like actual brush and ink with a ruler?
I have.
Oh, I cannot get it.
I've used yeah, with a paintbrush and then with a pen nib too.
Jeez, you're talented.
I am not. Jake says it's great for long lines. Yeah, you just have to be careful.
But I know my life is short, and I try to find a place that will live the real moment and stay where I can live. Maybe we will be happy, maybe I have a nice time. But I need nobody, need no. But I touched me, and I told him run away. I told him run loud, and I was so proud. And I said run as fast as you can, shut up, shut up.
We got a question on YouTube asking, what's your favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Oh man, that's a deep
How
question.
much time do you have, Dilly?
Yeah. Dude, it's so hard to say because I think a lot of Hanna-Barbera cartoons are really bad, but I think they look really good. I really like the Flintstones though. Like I think the Flintstones is really fun and really watchable. I think Scooby-Doo can be. I don't know. What else?
I found
It's hard to say.
Scooby-Doo really hard to watch once my sister and I figured out who the bad guy was, like what the formula they used.
Yeah, totally.
And then it stopped
Yeah,
being
all
fun.
of them are really formulaic. And then when Scooby-Doo did catch on, they just made so many like not Scooby-Doo shows, which I kind of love. But like Funky Phantom is just Scooby-Doo plus songs, and I don't know, the Hair Bears are Scooby-Doo plus songs.
Have you seen the
Hanna-Barbera is funny.
the movies, the Scooby-Doo movies, not the live action ones, the cartoon ones?
Yeah, those are actually some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
They're like freaking an hour long for no reason. A lot of good chase scenes. You know what I really liked was A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, but I wonder if it holds up now that I'm older. I haven't seen it since I was older, but that's where I learned the meaning of the word red herring, was because one of the characters was named Red
Really?
Herring. Yeah, did you ever watch that show?
Must have. There's no way I didn't.
It's so funny, and I really like language jokes, so that one like really stuck with me, was that like Red Herring's a bully. And every time, like, all signs are leading to Red Herring having done it, but it's a Red Herring. It's so good.
We got the Jetsons. Dustin said he likes Scooby-Doo and He-Man.
I gotta say, I can't stand the Jetsons.
Really?
No, I thought I loved it, but I love the art, and I've tried rewatching it, and I am not down. Not down with the Jetsons. But maybe it's the season, because, like, first season Flintstones is not great either. Like, Fred is just a total jerk. It's not fun. So yeah, maybe it gets a little better.
What do we think about Top Cat? Jay said that.
Oh, I love Top Cat.
There you go.
Totally love Top Cat. Bum, 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 bum. I really like the Chattanooga Cats, the show and the songs and the art. All very good.
Snagglepuss was good too.
Oh my god, I love Snagglepuss. And Touche Turtle. That whole era is great. I like the Banana Split show. And, I don't know. Space Ghost? Space Ghost is great. Not as good as, like, Space Ghost Coast to Coast and Cartoon Planet and the Brack Show, though.
I was gonna say. Wait, since you were wearing the Aquabat shirt, weren't they on Space Coast?
I think so. I don't know. Were they?
I think that's, unless I'm totally imagining things, I think that's how I even found out about them.
It very well could be. That would have been like back when I was young enough to live with my parents, so I must have forgotten if I ever saw it.
Those of you in the chat, if you can find us the Aquabats episode of Space Coast Coast to Coast, I will be very appreciative. Or at least tell me if it existed.
It seems like it should have. Oh no. Oh, it made that line. That's the line that this glove is trying to prevent. Just shoots across the screen. It's got to be something to do with my hand. Because I think that's right where my hand was resting making these lines. I want to know people's favorite decade and like place for punk, because I'm very torn. I really, really like that early LA punk scene so much. That's got some of my favorite stuff, like X and Black Flag and Germs and all of that. But I don't know, like the whole CBGB scene is so good too.
We got one person saying it's hard to choose.
It's way hard to choose.
Personally, well, since post-punk is my favorite, I've gotta probably say English post-punk, but I also really love the Talking Heads, so
Oh yeah. That must have been weird as hell to see the Talking Heads, especially when they were playing with like the Dead Boys and like rough and tough bands like that, and then the Talking Heads get on, you're like, what are they doing?
especially with their first album was very like I don't want to say childlike, like it wasn't sophisticated, but like you know what I mean?
It's primitive.
David Byrne had kind of like a childlike enthusiasm about him.
Yeah, totally. Did any of them do anything before the Talking Heads?
I think David Byrne did, and I want to say Christina Weymouth did too, but I don't know about the other ones.
Did you know Blondie was in a hippie band before she did Blondie?
I did not know that.
They're called the Wind and the Willows, and it's crazy. Blondie's like a freaking vampire because she's still out there kicking. All in some 1960s hippie band and then in a punk band and just sticking with that. It's so cool.
Jay says early LA.
Hell yeah. All about that. I feel like a lot of goth sprang out of that too.
So we got a question from Ad Glassing. Says, what about HR Puffin stuff?
Yeah. Was that? I don't think that was Hanna-Barbera. That was Sid and Marty Krofft.
Yeah, that was.
Did they distribute it through Hanna-Barbera?
I don't know. Could somebody look that up?
Oh my gosh, I'm almost unlining. I can hardly believe it. How long has it been? I've been in a time warp.
45. Just a little bit over.
Not too bad. I do still have all of that, but maybe I just won't pester everyone with that. Let's see. I don't know. Who am I fooling? I still have a lot more to do because I've got all that background. Oh, it's because I'm erasing. What's happening? Oh no, there it is.
I have a question. Since you're using the iPad Pro, do you have the double tap enabled to switch between the brush and the eraser?
No, absolutely not. I turned that off as soon as it became like a setting you could have because it drove me absolutely bonkers. Do you have it enabled?
I do.
That's amazing. I don't know how you control that.
I don't is the answer. But I like chaos, so
Oh my gosh.
are you still
Yeah, I think
using the
I'm
messy
too
inker?
erratic. What up?
You're still using the messy inker?
No.
Which one are you using now?
I'm using Roman brush.
Okay, thank you. We
I
had a
was using
question.
Ramen brush all through poly.
Oh, I thought you were still doing the messy inker.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, these lines are just so much more firm. These are almost like pencil-like.
Jeff says H&R was not Hanna-Barbera. Did Marty Krofft was its own production company. They also produced the Banana Splits.
I'm pretty sure Banana Splits was Hanna-Barbera, though. I have a
Maybe
cup that's Hanna-Barbera, and it has Banana Splits on it.
maybe they started off with Marty Krofft and then Hanna-Barbera bought it.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Did anyone see that Banana Splits horror movie that came out?
What?
It looked more promising than it ended up being.
When did it come out?
Just like 2 years ago, maybe.
Huh.
I was really excited when I first heard about it, and then as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, this is not for me.
I really want to watch the Nicolas Cage movie with the animatronics.
Oh, yeah, that's based off Five Nights at Freddy.
See, he says that it's not, but I don't know. The concept isn't that original, to be honest.
Wait, what? It's not based off that?
The director said it wasn't.
How the hell can it not be? Is it a guy watching animatronics on like a security camera?
No.
What?
It's a different. No, it's So I haven't seen it, obviously. So this is just from what I've read. But it's like Nicolas Cage plays a guy who gets like stranded in this like middle of nowhere town, and his to repay his debt to the mechanic, he has to like clean this fun time arcade place, and that's where the evil animatronics are.
Oh. Okay, so I was misinformed.
They are making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, though, supposedly.
Oh my gosh. I hope it's not graphic enough where our kid can go see it because he loves it.
Well, by the time it comes out, he might be like a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Okay. I have my background on a whole other layer because I'm really concerned that I may change my mind about this messy inker. But, you know, it's probably just a good practice to do anyways. Oh, there we are.
Are you still planning to use Color Lab this time?
I think so. My hope was to do like an old school comic looking thing. I also don't want to just hold you hostage, though. And that could take a very long time.
Gilly is asking, how big is your team? I just recently found out about your brushes and I love that you're keeping this aesthetic alive. We are a team of 4.
Kind of 5.
Yeah, well, maybe even 6, plus some contractors.
Oh, yeah.
We're growing every second like the blob.
Yeah. Well, that messy inker outlined her hair really well and kept the texture there. That's nice. Man, I'm deciding what to do with that Sunday Sounds for this Sunday, the punk one, because I really do have a few playlists going, but I don't know what to do. Punk is so expansive in my head.
What if you did like a punk through the ages type of thing? And then you don't have to stick to one thing.
It'd be like 300 songs. It'd be so crazy, because right now I've got it split between like 60s proto-punk and then more like 70s, 80s stuff. And both lists are already like 20-something songs long. It'd be so much harder to pick if I merged those.
Well, could you even call proto-punk punk since it's proto?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'd ask, wasn't David Byrne in Velvet Underground before Talking Heads?
Was he? That would be news to me.
He would have had to have been like 13 years old.
Well, what? That was like 60... When did they start? 65? 66?
Yeah, but the Talking Heads, their first album came out in like mid-late 70s.
Yeah.
And that was like right after he graduated college, so he would have been real young.
Blondie had time to be in Wind in the Willows. You never know. Yeah, was David Byrne like late to whole game like Blondie was? She was much older?
No,
she was already in her 30s doing Blondie.
They formed right out of college, or he was still in college, so he was only like 20-something. Although, who knows? David Byrne transcends time. He'll just escape this body and go into another one when he's done with it.
Yeah. Have you seen that interview where David Byrne interviews David Byrne?
Yeah, I love that one.
That's so good. I love that it's more awkward than any other interview. Like he doesn't know what to say, even though it's him. What a freak. He's so good.
Oh, Cosmic Dracula says that Debbie Harry wrote a book called Face It. Did you know that?
No. Is it like a novel or is it like an autobiography?
I don't know. That would be a question to ask them. Cosmic Dracula, is it a fiction or nonfiction? Oh, it's an autobiography.
Okay. So that's up your alley.
It is.
Since you hate fiction.
I didn't say.
You literally said, I don't
said
really like fiction.
That is not the same thing. See?
Which I can't even comprehend. I don't even know what to do with that.
It's because I live in the real world.
You live in what they tell you is the real world. Who knows, man? I've seen The Matrix.
Let's see. Jay asks, have y'all seen the documentary now spoof of Stop Making Sense? No. I've seen Stop Making Sense. There's a spoof documentary of it.
I haven't even seen Stop Making Sense.
I mean, it's not really a movie. It's just a concert.
Yeah. Oh, this playlist might have played over. I need to change it.
Oh, okay. So Jay says it's a part of a series of spoof documentaries that Fred Armisen and Bill Hader did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Interesting. Is that part of Documentary Now, or is that a different thing? Okay, it is Documentary Now.
It's Documentary
I've never
Now?
seen that show.
What is that?
Yeah. That's the name of the
Oh,
show.
I've never heard of that. What's that on?
Netflix, I think.
What? And it's good?
I haven't seen it.
Damn. I've been looking for something new to watch. I'll even take trash. I love trash.
Jay says it's the test pattern episode, so look for that one, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
You're gonna be real jealous of this, Robin. Cosmic Dracula said that they met Fred Armisen at a damned show.
That's nuts.
Well, maybe more jealous of seeing the Damned than Fred Armisen. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, what was he doing there trying to steal the Damned's thunder?
Take his fez. Or not his fez, the little beret thing he wears.
Oh, I wonder if that should be white. To be more like that. It does seem like she's kind of floating right now. Maybe I'll do that. Didn't plan that out correctly. Would be like good enough. Oh, why did I fill that? Boy, I wasn't thinking about a lot of things. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Ryan asks, did you duplicate your line layer and then do fills? Curious how you're erasing that without the lines.
Oh, because I have her on a separate layer, so it's really easy for me to erase there. I hope that answers. I think that's what we're asking.
Yeah, I think that did it.
Gosh, there's so many lines in this one. What was I thinking? Any more shit in the background? Well, that needs some amp texture. I could use a texture brush, but I think I want to keep it more natural while I'm doing these lines.
Lately, I've been really into using transfer tone. They've got a checker pattern that might be good. Not a checker pattern, but like a crosshatchy pattern.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I think it reads as unnatural. Especially with like how messy these lines are, it'd be so firm against that.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been an easy way to do this.
Did they use dry transfers a lot? I mean, like obviously they used halftones, but did American comic artists use dry transfers a lot?
I don't know. I'm not super knowledgeable on that sort of thing.
Japanese artists, there's the halftones and the different patterns and stuff are still really popular.
Oh yeah,
I don't think those
those
are
are
dry
so
transfer
cool.
though.
I heard you can make those using a computer printer and like printing it on wax paper or something.
That is such a good idea. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. They're so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of them aren't even made anymore.
You can get them on jet pens, but they're like $15 a sheet.
Oh jeez. So much cross-hatching.
It's always interesting to see how people do things differently because I would have put it on a different layer and just gone right through it.
I'm like channeling when I used to hand make comics, and I wouldn't have ever thought about it. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm doing that again. It's kind of nice.
So we got a question. Can I use a drawing pad like that to erase the faces of the people I don't like from my family pictures? Oh, sure.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Replace them with somebody better, like David Byrne.
Oh, jeez.
So Soren says we used to use dry transfers, I'm guessing. When I worked as a graphic designer, they were sticky on the back and we used to just rub them to make them stick. Cool.
I used to have a big stack of envelopes with security patterns, and I would just make photocopies and cut them out and stick them in the areas where I needed it. That was a pain.
I know if
All right,
you're
here's a
Go ahead.
question. Oh wait, I need something right there, don't I? That doesn't quite make sense. I'll fill that in black. I don't really know what's happening there.
Isn't that the amp still?
I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty wide. I think it can end there. I was gonna do some shading on her weird outfit, but I don't know if I want to anymore. But I mocked it up with that to do it more old school comic-y like that, but it might be better to leave her really clear where the background is more muddled. I'm not sure.
What do we think in the chat?
Did I even do that right? Does it look correct? Because I never do stuff like this.
I don't know. I mean, like, especially since it's the weird texture. Doesn't look wrong necessarily, although
Perfect. I'm not doing it.
I'm no expert.
Good enough for me. Got the answer I needed.
Chad said, I feel like there should be a quiz after all of the history lessons tonight.
Yeah, we'll do another layer for what I'm about to do here. I think I need to do at least some for those little folds.
Suzanne says it's looking good.
Thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, I think I don't need to be super heavy on it like I was planning, but I think that this is doing what I needed it to. Oh my gosh, there's a little fruit fly buzzing around my face. There's nothing I can do.
It's Carlos, not Carlos, says it reminds them of Archie comics.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear.
I saw a comic I'd never seen before that apparently was in some of the Archie comics. I'm trying to remember. It was a pinup. I think her name was like Vicky Vale or something. No, not that.
Oh, Vicky Vale exists?
Yeah, but it was like something, her first name started with a V. It was something, the pinup queen. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Weird. I've never heard of that.
I'm gonna have to show you because you would love it. Oh, I was totally wrong. It's Katie Keene. Katie Queen, the pinup queen.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Should I not deal with the lettering right now, or should I just do it since we're already doing it?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Well, I don't know. Because either way, I'm going to do it at some point. But it's like, do we want people on the live to suffer through it? That's the question.
Why don't we ask with a poll?
So I can get rid of that sketch.
Should Robin start
that
coloring?
Sketch?
Okay, Crowdcast folks, the poll is up. YouTube people, let us know. Should Robin start coloring or do the lettering?
Yeah, you want to suffer through more line work? Oh, there we go. Now the playlist is over. Now I've actually got to switch it.
Gives you time to think.
don't know what I'm going to do about the pattern on her, whatever this thing is either.
We got 4 votes for Let's Letter and 0 votes for coloring.
All right. I think we know what we need to know.
Cosmic Dracula said, I could never get bored of watching you draw.
Oh, that's so nice. All right, let's try to do this.
Oh, Cosmic Dracula is Audrey from Bad Taste.
What?
Just letting you know who's talking.
Oh, I know who Cosmic Dracula is.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, here's the other thing. I don't know if I'm going to fill these letters. Or fill... No, I should leave them open so I can fill them with Color Lab, I think. Get a lot of color up in there. So maybe I will take that streamline off. Going slow on these kinds of letters. Gosh. Oh, long lines. Why you gotta be like that? Let me turn this down. Oh, yeah. Gives me a way better idea of what I'm doing. Oops.
I think you should do a lettering tutorial for us, Robin.
I want to. I was going to for one of these lives once, and then I chickened out last minute. Because I feel like I don't know much. I just fake it to make it.
I think that could be said for a lot of people.
Dude, why do S's have to be so hard?
You're telling me I can't draw an S to save my life.
Gosh. You know, no one can, though. It's true. It's like something that even sign painters say amongst themselves. They're like, in your whole career, you'll probably do 4 good S's, and the rest will be passable.
And they've got those really long paintbrushes that do all the work.
Those are nice. I never super got used to it.
Never been into pinstriping or anything like that, so I didn't see the point of getting one.
It's fun. I think it's worth a shot, but I don't know. Getting that up close to letters, you really start to be able to pick them apart. See all your flaws. I really wanted to do professional sign painting for a while there.
Has anyone in the chat ever done sign painting or pinstriping?
I almost want to drop shadow, but I don't want to waste anyone's time.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Because nobody's here and you've been fooling me with questions.
We've just
Like,
been
oh yeah,
pretending
they're
the
really
whole time.
engaged. They love that.
Let's see.
Thanks,
But
Bailey.
between the 2 streams, we've got over 80 people watching.
Hell yeah, that's tight. Take that, Instagram.
Actually, since I can't do math, it's closer to 100.
Is this like when you said we had 100 on Instagram Live?
And it was 40.
Because I'll take it. I
I'm
need the
just gaslighting
attention.
you.
Well, at least I've got evidence.
We got a couple people who said that they've done sign painting.
It said what now?
That they've done sign painting.
Oh, dang, that's tight. Were they any good?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a fair question to ask someone that's a sign painter, though, because it's so like, it's not like art where it's like, are you any good at art? And it's like so subjective. I feel like sign painting is much more objectively like, can you do it, or were you kind of learning?
So James McVan asks, is your Color Lab color set printer friendly?
Printer friendly? Like home printer or like screen printer, or
Well,
what are we talking?
Screen printing, you make your own colors, right?
Yeah.
With home printing or digital printing, it depends. You just gotta make sure that you're setting it to CMYK.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Man, I tried printing some stuff on my home printer and it sucks. Like the colors just did not look anything like what I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I'll get stuff that I've done in Color Lab printed at Alpha Graphics and it looks really good. If I get it done at Kinko's, it looks like a joke.
My printer is a Canon Pixma MG 720 or something like that. One of those, and it handles Color Lab pretty well.
Oh, awesome. Oh, do you print it without the paper texture?
Yeah.
See, I think that was my problem. Is I was trying to include it, which I do at Alpha Graphics. And depending on which paper texture I use, it can look really good. Like I scanned an old comic, but it's printed out pretty clearly. But other times it looks terrible and muddled.
If I'm going to include the paper texture, I'll just include like the Chew layer style ones, not the actual like paper texture, and then it's still applying the texture to the color, but I wouldn't ever use, like, print out the actual paper texture because it's printing paper on paper.
Yeah, I get that, but I've seen some like old comic replications where you can still see the paper in the background, but they cleaned it up a little bit, so it's not affecting it really heavily. I like the way those look,
Yeah, it's just a matter of preference.
but yeah, some paper textures do not look like that.
Oh, okay. So Audrey says, I printed paper texture and it came out okay. I hoard weird old paper, so sometimes I print on that. That is a good workaround.
Yeah, that is good.
James clarified, specifically wondering how the halftones hold up in the 4-color process. Well, it is a 4-color process.
Yeah, well, if you're a good printer, you can do it. I found that I had to add a lot of transparent to my process inks, but I was able to make them work after some experimentation.
I think that's just the ticket with any kind of digital printing. You have to kind of experiment a little bit.
Gosh, having a hard time with letters today. Maybe I'm just looking at it too closely.
Soren suggested earlier, if you wanted to do a drop shadow, to just try duplicating it, so you're not having to redraw it.
Yeah, that's true. That could help take out some of the guesswork. May. Maybe I should do the punk one for Sunday Sound since it's our last one. Make them really suffer for it. I just didn't know, like, I've got a lot of hardcore punk on here, and I don't know if that's what our people want to hear or not.
I think you should just fill it with nothing but the Buzzcocks.
I'm way down. Seems like a lot of our people are into punk, though.
Seems like it.
I wonder what the correlation is, though, with that. Like, why?
Yeah, that'd be a question to ask them. So, if you were watching and you like punk music and feel like you could explain why, we'd love to hear it.
For me, it's like the experimentation of both like 60s stuff and punk stuff, and like the way it's like just stripped down. I don't know. I think it's really similar in so many aspects.
We're getting somebody on the YouTube side who said they can't really hear the music.
Yeah, I can barely hear you though, so I can't really turn it up.
Sorry, good cat.
Oh, is Jacob?
Yeah.
Freaking Jacob. Listen to your own music. Jacob's in a really good band. I should listen to Jacob's band on here one of these days. He'll sue me.
I was just gonna say he's gonna copyright claim us.
Right? He lures us into it. I'm glad to hear that our old friends like Jacob are here. Didn't know if we were gonna have like a total switch of viewership.
Seems like people are switching in between the Crowdcast and the YouTube one.
That's cool.
We'd love to hear for people who have gone to both streams. We'd love to hear how the quality looks since we're trying it out and we're new.
To what now?
Trying out the new platforms.
Oh my gosh, why did it freak out like that? Yeah.
Jacob says, do it, I'll get 0.0001% of a penny.
Sounds like Spotify streaming sales.
Oh, we reached 100 people. Welcome, everybody.
It's weird how many people hate Crass. I think they're one of the best punk bands there ever was. They're really obnoxious, so I guess I kind of get it.
True to their name.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that freaking drop shadow. Why not? Well, let's take snapping off. See, but now what? Should I just use this as a guide and then hand do it?
Yeah. You
It's
just
kind of
erase
cool
it.
like that, actually. I kind of love it. What if I ruin it by leaving it like that? It's kind of great.
So Soren weighed in on why he likes punk music. Says punk rock art saturated by kitsch, shock, collage, cut and paste lettering, anti-fashion outrage, anything considered ugly, kind of like Dada. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, very true.
Thanks, Soren.
Ah. Oh yeah, I think this drop shadow is going to be worth doing.
It's looking really good.
Yeah, I think it's going to help a lot.
Jacob said, I feel punk just opens the doors for a lot of people to realize it's okay being different and having opinions. Totally.
That's so positive. But yeah, true. Now let's hear from the people that hate punk. Golden Age
Probably
Graphics, where are you at?
Probably wouldn't have picked the stream then.
I know some people hate it. That's okay. Wouldn't be worth liking if people didn't hate it.
It's like saying that you hate fiction. It's just too broad.
That's true. I like drop shadows because they help hide a lot of my mistakes.
How do you mean?
Like my lines look less wonky because it distracts your eyes from seeing all of that, I think.
Mm.
I don't know.
For a brief moment in the 70s, there was this art style that I saw with a lot of food illustrations where the lines were like really thick and bumpy and kind of rudimentary, and I feel like I would have done really well during that time period.
Totally. Oh man, it sounds like they're partying downstairs. Good for them.
Gosh, we got people all over the world watching. We got Italy and Jamaica.
Jamaica, that's awesome.
We were
I want to
talking
go to
about
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Yeah, we were. I'd love to go there.
Oh, in Colombia.
Oh, awesome. Who's that?
That is Sarah.
Oh, cool. Man, punks love singing about TV.
Jacob asked Robin if you could see one punk band who isn't around anymore, who would it be?
Dude, that is such a good question. Oh, I don't know. Right now I'm gonna say the Germs, but I don't know. I feel like I was listening to someone and just being like, man, it would have been so crazy to see them at their height, but I can't remember who it was. Me and Jacob used to always have these conversations when we worked together.
Oh, I didn't know you guys worked together. Or did I know that?
Yeah, we worked at a coffee shop in town together.
Nice.
Who would you see? And who would Jacob see?
Does Bauhaus count?
Absolutely.
Definitely Bauhaus.
Have you not seen Bauhaus?
I have not.
Man,
I lived
they
in
came
the
through here.
suburbs.
Holy smokes. They were one of the best shows I've ever seen.
You don't need to rub it in.
Well, they're still around, so I'm just saying, if you ever get the opportunity, it's going to be worth it.
I guess that doesn't count then.
Yeah, because we saw them with their original lineup, and they did all of In the Flat Field, the whole album, front to back.
Dude, that's not fair.
Oh man, it would have been crazy to see Bad Brains in 1976 playing this fast.
Wait, can you actually see the chat? Because that's exactly what Jacob said.
Oh, well, I'm listening to Bad Brains. But man, yeah, that would have been so nuts. I want to thicken these lines. Sorry guys, I get really focused on my work.
We're at an hour 40, just so you're aware.
Gotcha. All trapped.
It's another inking show, guys.
That's another inking show. It's like what I care about the most.
I think people really like it, so I don't see anyone complaining.
All of my stuff is so like line driven that I can't not be really, really concerned with it. Okay. So this whole thing, I think I'm going to do in negative space, because if we go to the Secret Society and look at that pic, it's just negative space. Those are just in white on that deep blue. Oh yeah, you can click on pictures, I forgot. That's great. I wonder how true I want to stick to that. I don't know. Let's see. Just gonna move all this line work down. And I don't need that. Should I be brave and delete all these sketches?
Why not, oh wait,
Doing it.
you don't have to do that.
Well, I just get afraid because sometimes it'll start glitching out if I get too many layers, and I know I don't need at least some of these.
Well, what I do is I just duplicate the entire thing, and then it's like a backup. You can do whatever you want to the other one.
Is playing it safe punk, though? I don't know.
Well, you've already started.
I super want her lines thicker. Is that wrong with me? I don't think that's wrong with me. It's making sense when I back out. Sorry, y'all. Not sorry, though. I think it's going to be really important.
Man, are there any punk bands that aren't together anymore? I'm looking at a list and I was like, oh, okay, this one, and they're still together. New York Dolls is still together.
Yeah, but it's like Dead Kennedys is playing without Jello Biafra, and Germs are playing with a actor as their singer. It's like they've all turned into everything that they hate.
Danzig's talking about cancel culture.
Oh yeah, this song is too spooky. You're canceled. Gosh,
I think Johnny Rotten was saying stuff like that too. Or no, he was wearing a MAGA shirt.
oh yeah, Johnny Rotten loves Trump, which is
So weird.
funny. I don't know how much of it's real and how much he just really needed to be talked about again. But I could see it being real. He always sucked. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. Taking that away. You're gone. Okay, I'm gonna do the mock-up thing. I really like it. I'm sorry if that's annoying for people to watch, but I think that coloring things 3 times in each area is also annoying. So we're gonna do the mock-up colors.
So we got a question that, do you think the iPad Air 4 is good enough for digital drawing? Is that the newest one?
Dude, I got no clue on that.
If it's the newest one, then probably, because the iPad Air is just the previous year's iPad, which should last you a couple years.
Guys, I'm gonna get one alcohol real quick. I have not drank doing these lives for like a few months, so hold up. I've done a lot of work. I deserve this.
So we got some answers regarding the iPad from the Cradcast stream. It said Air 4 is great for drawing. I used the regular iPad from 2020 without any issues, and then the regular old iPad 8th gen. I was using the 2018, 2019 iPad Air with Procreate, even up to the newest update, and it worked perfectly fine.
I'm almost back. I have rum in a cup, and my partner is going to go get me a Coke from the laundromat across the street. But I'm going to sip on this rum until that comes.
I do not care for rum and Coke. It tastes like blue cheese.
That's not my favorite. I really like rum though, straight. I can deal with rum and Coke.
Have you ever had an old Cuban?
Old Cuban? No.
It is a mojito, but instead of seltzer, you put in champagne.
Oh.
It is very good.
Mojito, but instead of seltzer, champagne. I can't even comprehend that. What's in a mojito besides mint? And a lot of it.
I don't know. I am not a mixologist.
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
I went to a rum bar in Tucson and they offered it to me, and it's been my favorite ever since.
Damn. That sounds fun. I really, really like rum. I want to go to that bar.
If you ever make your way to Tucson, I'll take you there.
I'd like to, just because Paul Simon mentions Tucson, Arizona, and Graceland.
Okay, so it is white rum, lime juice, mint, and sugar, plus whatever sparkling beverage.
Damn, that sounds awesome. You ever just mix red wine and Coke?
I have not.
It's so good. I think they call it Calimucho, and it's phenomenal. I wish I had red wine on hand. Looks like her helmet's about the same blue. Maybe a brighter blue, but I think I'll stick with the same blue. So for anyone who hasn't tuned in when I'm doing this, I'm mocking up where my color lab colors are going to go before I take the time to turn them into halftones.
Is there any difference between the way you do it for Color Lab and the way you did it for the Duplicone tutorial on YouTube?
No, not really.
Okay. So for those of you on YouTube and on Crowdcast, you can go to our YouTube channel and we have a tutorial for how Robin does this that you can go to and watch. And then on the Secret Society, there's a tutorial video. Oh, you'll like this, Robin. Sarah said, I used to drink Tinta de Verano when I lived in Spain. It's red wine with lemon soda.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Right?
Red wine soda. Damn, I want to try that. Okay, what color on this shirt? Is it pinky or is it just the lighting?
I think it's black and then the lights shining on it.
It's what?
I think it's actually black and then it's just
The shirt?
Oh, the shirt. No, that's white.
Yeah, I think it's white. Because that person's pinky back there too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I might not make it pinky. We'll see. It may need it though. It may need something there.
Let me take a creative license.
Let's see what we can do for her skin tone because she's not quite that dark here. Is that dark enough? I think that's too on the blue side. Let's look at how that looks. Oh, I think that's great. I think that's going to do it. Oh man, screamers. Yes. I wish that they got to release their VHS tape that they were working on. Oh, you could ask as a poll question if we should do like a 60s punk playlist for the very last Sunday Sounds this Sunday.
I can do
Or punk. Scary punk.
that.
What were people saying in the secret society about naming the color palette? What? I didn't understand that.
I think that you can rename the. Let me
The
double check that.
swatches?
Yeah. Or
Because
like
I was
the
trying to rename the swatches and I couldn't figure that one out. And then I was thinking today that maybe they were just saying to rename your layers so you know what the swatch is, but I don't know if that makes any sense.
You can rename them.
What? How?
You just gotta click it a whole bunch of times.
Like each color?
No, the actual collection of palettes. Like,
Oh. Well, why would I change that?
because you can say like where it fits in the the graph.
I don't get it. That is where it fits in the graph. Yellow 2. 3. I'm confused. Sorry, maybe I'll drop it because I don't quite get it.
I'd have to look back and read it again.
Yeah, it seemed like a few people were really stoked on the idea, and I don't understand.
I do
I have a
mine
hard time.
by how much blue is in it, because that's how the original swatch chart was.
Dude, that's why. Then this whole chart's wrong for everyone. Sorry, y'all.
I think it works now because Suzanne changed it, but it used to be like how much blue is in it, and so that's how it is on mine. I just never changed it.
Yeah, I think of everything with like how much yellow's in it because I feel like the more yellow in a color, the more life it has, and the more to the front it comes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess blue is like the opposite of that too. So.
I like how you have the 3 colors at the front of each one.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I didn't know what else to do, and it seemed like, well, I'll just give another spot where you can select those when you need them.
I think that's pretty smart.
Thanks. Her skin tone seems too dark now that I've got her hair against it. But then again, I was planning on sticking Duplatone also on this hair to darken this brown even further, which will then make her skin look lighter in comparison.
So we have a question. Are you painting on a separate layer? The colors, I think they mean.
Yeah.
Is each one on a separate layer?
Each one is on a separate layer, so I can just select the layer and then stick all of the halftone colors down using it.
If we have time for it, which we're just under 2 hours now, but
oh gosh.
you'll see how maybe you can finish her up and then test out or do the color lab just on her so people can see how it works.
That's a good idea. Her eyelids should be darker. Then again, wasn't she wearing blue eyeshadow? No, well, if it is there's not much. Do I do her lips brown or do I do them like maybe something like that? No, that's too dark. I'm going to fill in the area though and try a few things. It's not horribly too dark.
Got another question. Are you going to do all bright colors in the background or like a more muted thing?
I was thinking like muted purples, pinks. I've got an example on the Secret Society of something I liked. I really like how this person's just all in purple. It's like a nice pastel color, or like these people are just one color. So that's kind of what I want to do with the background. Probably do him in like pinks or purple. Gosh, I don't know. Purple is kind of nice.
Yeah, we got one vote for purple.
For her lips? Or for...
For the background character.
Yeah. Purple, I think, would be really good.
It's neck and neck between 60s punk and punk, scary punk.
Damn. Maybe we should just do both. Choose your own adventure some days. What should I do about these lips?
I think they look good the way they are.
Brown? Or
yeah.
Before I changed it?
Whatever they are now, I like them.
You're telling me to move on nicely.
No.
I'm going to leave them brown. So I'll merge that in. Let's see. So we need some grays there. Which gray? And that one. Strap on her helmet is what? Like a dark brown. I might do that reddish one. I really liked that red. And I'll do that whole thing gray. Why not? Good enough. All right, I'll just put her into Color Lab so people can see it, like you said. I'll just take these little planets out. I'll deal with that later. So I'm selecting that. I'm gonna start my blue layer. Fill it. I'll select it again. And I think I was at like a pretty dark one. Well, maybe about there. So that means duplicitone. Should I do small duplicitone or big? Or sorry, Color Lab. Let's see how big looks.
How cheap do you want it to look?
I don't know. Figure it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll try small. Oops. Okay, color ups. Cool. Got my red 3. I think that's good.
See, Jonathan Richman is another person where I would say that would be my thing, but he's still going.
He's still going and he kills. He's so good. He's so sweet and like really kind and grateful still, even after all these years. Her skin tone, I think, was yellow 4? Gosh, I don't even remember what I did with that. I should have taken notes. That was, what would that be? That. So, blue 1 and red, or blue 2, 3? Can people see these halftones well enough, or do I need to zoom in?
It couldn't hurt to zoom in. People are saying it's hard to see. I will say with printing Color Lab or Duplicone, pay attention to the size of the finished artwork, because the smaller the thing you're printing, the less you're going to see the halftones.
Yeah, and the harder it's going to be if you've got really small halftones. I try to keep my halftones pretty big if I'm printing it for myself.
We got someone asking where you got all the swatches. You can get these swatches for Procreate, Photoshop, Affinity, and Illustrator by going to the Secret Society.
Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to do on this live.
Looks pretty
Let's
good.
see how we do comic colors.
So you can get Color Lab and anything else your heart desires in our store for 30% off by clicking the link on the Crowdcast or YouTube banner. You can also use the code BIGTHINKS.
You're good at this. I always forget to say all of these things.
Makes up for the times when I'm not paying attention to what you're doing.
Good teamwork. All right, dude. I think that's it.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We're so happy to have you. Thanks for sticking with us as we switch platforms. We'll see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.